I was getting into my car when my sister texted. My mom had been sick, but it was supposed to be a small setback. It wasn't. It was almost midnight when we landed. We drove up to the hospital. It was eerie and comforting at the same time. This was the hour when I used to visit her on her night shift as an ER nurse. Her frailty surprised me. The rhythm of the BiPAP machine seemed to be trying to keep her tiny body inflated. It was losing the battle. She awoke and pulled off the mask, revealing her chapped lips and dried out mouth. She leaned over and said something. The only word I could understand was hospice. Like most of her life, she wasn't going to leave the hard decisions to her kids. She knew her breath-starved body had had enough. After the chaos of the hospital, her hospice room was uncomfortably empty. The plan was to keep her sedated and out of pain. But an hour later, she lurched up terrified, her mouth open, eyes wide, and she kept repeating, "I'm dying." I ran around the facility looking for someone to help. All I wanted was to prevent her pain. Soon after, she was asleep, and she wouldn't wake up again. The next day, we gathered around her sleeping body, one of the few times we didn't have a reason to start a fight. It was a good day. The phone rang at 6 a.m. at our cheap hotel, just a couple of miles from the hospice. I picked it up and the nurse said, "She's gone." We rushed to the car, not knowing why we were in a hurry. As I entered the room, I looked at what was left of my mother. Her body was cold and still. She wasn't there anymore. I signed the paperwork and left. The next 3 days were a blur of chaos that I welcomed to help me avoid thinking about my loss. Days later, when we finally got home, my anxiety and fear took over. When my mother was alive, I knew I had a safety net no matter what happened. That was gone. I never realized what panic and anxiety could do, but it kicked my ass. Tunnel vision, trouble breathing, hands shaking, and a constant fear. Sleep was my only escape from it. Over time, and with the help of my friends, family, and doctors, the anxiety has become manageable. It's taken more than 45 years, but I'm now starting to finally feel like an adult. I still miss you, Mom.